Hello, one and all, and welcome to the latest, greatest, and the freshest edition of your Kingsport Chamber Zone, the show that's all about our great city of Kingsport and your Kingsport Chamber. I am Bob Figgins with your Kingsport Chamber.
Yes,
She's
you
my
are.
good friend and extraordinarily shopper, Laura Woods with Eastman, and we're coming to you today from one of our fun and friendly places here at the good folks at Food City on Eastman Road, if you cannot tell already.
It's really not the place to come
Right.
if you're hungry. As they always say, don't go grocery shopping when you're hungry. Well, don't do an open in front of all of these delicious
Yes.
baked goods when you're hungry either. But we will have two of our favorite Food City guests, Tommy Stanley and Mark Hubbard, on the show in just a bit to talk to us about why we love this place so much, and you should too.
And if you are a fan of the Big Apple, and that's not the delicious big red apples they have
Right.
here at Food City,
Different.
but that is New York City, then we will tell you about a very special night that will put you in a New York state of mind, all for the benefit of the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Kingsport.
And just a little bit after that, we're going to tackle a very serious problem that we have here in our area, and that is the overall health and physical activity of our population. There's a great organization called Fit for Life, and we will have two of its proponents on the show to talk to us about what that organization can do to help you and those you love become healthier and happier.
A fun CZ ahead from Food City. Before we get to all of our guests, let's take a look at some upcoming events with your Kingsport Chamber. We are so happy to be joined by our host for today's Kingsport
I love
Chamber
these
Zone.
guys.
I know, you gotta love these guys. Everybody loves these guys. Two great guys, two great friends, two great store managers. Mark Hubbard, the store manager here at Food City on Eastman Road, and Tommy Stanley, the store manager for the Food City of downtown Kingsport. Gentlemen, thanks for hosting the show yet again.
Glad to be here.
Yeah.
Glad you're here.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
we're here a lot in both stores.
always
so I was
fun.
glad to come back
Always
with
fun.
the show as well.
Yep.
So, Mark, just in case no one's ever been in a Food City, I can't imagine there's someone out there who hadn't, but just give us a general overview of this wonderful grocery store.
Well, we try to lay our stores out with what the customers are really wanting the most. And, you know, between our salad bar, our steaks, we don't have second or third choice. We pick first choice. You might pay a tad more, but you're going to get a steak that you will come back and get again. You know, and we do eco-friendly stores. We've got things that pick six in our alcohol section. I mean, we do things to cater to our customer. You know, if someone is really wanting something changed or different, eventually, if it makes sense, we do it because we cannot operate without our customers coming in the front door. So we do have a lot to offer throughout the store.
You do, and Tommy, one of the great things too is that every time you walk into a Food City, it seems like there's something new there. You got a new product you're offering, there's a new service that you're offering, so give us an overview of what's new at Food City.
Well, a few of the things new is, as Mark talked about, the salad bar or fresh bar. Now we've converted this store, mine, to a fresh bar. So you can eat basically
Ready to
7
eat.
days a week on
Same
it and never
bar.
eat the same meal.
This
That's
Laura's
amazing.
very happy. My wife Laura's very happy.
Yeah.
I am. Well, I mean, I know where I'm having lunch today.
I mean, you can eat
It's
every
great.
day and have something different.
Yes.
The produce, we've got our new fresh pack program
Yep.
where we got our vegetables and stuff cut up. We've added some stuff to our fruit section. So we've got a lot of new items there in the departments that we've added. And as you know, in July, we have wine coming too. So that's another thing customers have been asking for years. And we finally going to be able to do that, I think.
I was all excited because I thought he was going to say it was Scott Strawberries time, but it's something else.
That
so.
should be around the first of May.
It
if
is.
Oh,
everything
even
goes well.
earlier.
Yes,
Perfect.
and that is a great time to
Yeah.
really signify summer. Because
Yeah.
Scott strawberries.
Local grown.
Oh,
Even if
they're
it's
so
raining
good.
or it's cold outside, you eating Scott strawberries.
they're so
you
good.
think it's summer.
They're so
I mean,
good.
You do. It's
best.
Yep.
You know, so
Yep.
we do have something else new here, and I think this is we'll follow into this. We do have curbside service. You know, it is a new. It's in about 12 or 13 of our food cities throughout Tennessee, Virginia, and Kentucky, and Chattanooga area, and actually in Georgia too. But it is something. I call it the go-kart. You know, and I say go is for people, mostly women, that are always on the go. They work, their kids are in sports, they're in the cities, and wherever it might be that has the curbside service. And it's a way that they can order their groceries while they're at work or while they're on lunch, you know, pay for it through the system, tell it the system when you want to pick it up in the afternoon in increments of 30 minutes at a time. And when my guy or girl gets it ready, they text them. And they text them back exactly what time they're going to be here. And they do not have to get out of their vehicle.
It's a great
They
service.
stay in
Yeah.
it. And the process is probably 3 to 5 minutes while they're here.
Yep.
And it's a differential for Food City.
Yeah.
It's a differential for anybody that does that because that is really service.
Heard rave reviews about
yes,
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yes, all of your customers are
absolutely,
loving the service,
absolutely. Yes, it's a big deal. So I like that pretty well. So.
Tommy, something else that's really cool about Food City is that anytime you're walking into the store, you all have this beautiful array of plants outside because it's not just about feeding us, but it's also about making our homes look beautiful too.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
We've got a lot of, you know, whether it be shrubs, bedding plants, tomato plants, pepper plants, or, you know, any kind of hanging baskets or anything somebody needs. And another thing with that, with all the plants, they're local. They're from La Follette, Tennessee. So that's another local item that we have out here for customers that they ask for them. And we've got rose bushes, we've got hibiscus, we've got anything pretty much somebody needs. So yeah,
You
that's.
sound like you know what you're talking about. I might have you come out to my house and do some landscaping for me.
Yeah, I should be
That's
good
also
at
a
it
new
now.
service, right? For us, right?
I mean, we would probably deliver it if you want. I mean,
Well, actually, tomorrow, he says that, but tomorrow, I think we'll be planting, I think we're going to 8 different schools tomorrow, planting
Oh,
trees
we
for
are.
each school's
We're all
birthday.
grouped together.
So
Misty-
we're
Misty,
actually,
myself, and Tommy. Yeah.
That's
so we're actually going to go do that
That's great.
anyway.
Rain or shine.
That's great.
But we can do it at your house too.
All right, I'll talk to you after we're
Yeah.
done. Mark, it's not a new service, but something that everybody loves is the value card program here at
Absolutely.
Food City.
You know, I call it the hub of shopping. You know, and other, you know, competitors have it. You know, not called value card. They've got their own name for it. But you know, we offer something to where you can shop and actually almost get your gas cheap as you've ever got it. You know, we've got our Win-Win Wednesday. You know, you use 300 points, which is 2 fill-ups, and you can get 30 cents off a gallon.
Wow.
Every Wednesday. So if you live in Kingsport, you're probably not going to buy a lot of gas anyway. You know, and once a week you'd probably fill up. So if you shop 300 points, and you probably have leftovers from previous weeks, and honestly, to me, I think that is one service because we pay you for shopping.
Sure.
We're trying to applaud you for picking Food City, and we're giving you points for it that you can redeem and fuel. So,
Right.
you know, and also if you are one that fills up every 2 weeks, you can get a percentage taken off
Yep.
at the register. You know,
Yeah.
so that way you don't lose your points.
Right.
And that is one thing that I think that we have in place that nobody else has. So it's really a great.
It
deal.
is. It is a great deal.
Something both of your stores have that we both have used a lot and is your deli. You also have a lot of catering options, so you can go out and cater any size party. So talk about that for a moment.
Yeah, well, we do a lot of catering. Like even today, we're catering with our smoker that we have at the store. Pretty large event at the farmers market tonight at my store, and I know a lot of the catering he works out of here too because you got the kitchen upstairs in his catering room, and both rooms offer something unique and different. You know, his upstairs you can look out over the store, you look out over the parking lot, beautiful view where we are now. Mine has its own separate entry, ground
is really
level.
good.
So I mean, we both got, you know, they got all the technology in them for anything you would need for any kind of business event. We do a lot of birthday parties, a lot of 16th birthdays. We've done 101 birthdays.
Yeah, I remember
so I
that.
mean, we've done anything in between. We got a lot of different rotaries and
Yeah.
different clubs that use
Yeah.
our rooms
Yeah.
weekly. You know, you can come in, have your event, leave. We'll have it, you know, all the food prepared, set up, ready for you. You can have your event, leave. We'll clean it up, take care of everything. We've got our own captains that run the rooms.
It's great.
good.
We've both got multiple people that handle them. So
It's wonderful.
I've used you, and the service
Yes,
is exemplary. It's
yes.
wonderful. The food's great.
And I can add to that, we have an off-site caterer. You know, we have taken it to a level that it's unbelievable. You know, Rhonda Smith and her team, you know, not only to not take away from both of our rooms, but it's nice that we can go to you, and we have our own transportation with catering van, and we have our own set of girls, mainly girls, you know, a few guys that help, but it's taken it to a different level, you know, and we will go just about anywhere, you know, within a certain amount. We do a lot for you, Bob, you know, Rhonda does, so we have a lot to offer in that, and if nobody's never tried it, and you hear us on this, please try it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they can contact Rhonda. Actually, Rhonda has an email address through the company, which is SmithRH@foodcity.com, or her phone number is 429-6482. She can be reached at any time. She books both sides.
And if you have any problem, just call each store managers on both sides, and we can get Rhonda to call them back.
Right.
So it's big.
So if people want more information, they want to reserve one of your rooms, they want to find out more about the to-go service, whatever the case might be, what's the best way to get that?
Well, you can call the store. You can call my store at Clinchfield, which would be 246-0042, or you can call the Eastman Road store, Mark's, at 247-4148. Or booking the rooms would be Rhonda Smith, and like I said, her number is 429-6482, and or she can be reached by email at SmithRH@foodcity.com. So that's the best ways to reach anyone.
Okay.
And the Go card, really, if you've got a VA card and you've got it online and you've got all the coupons you want to save, it's easy as pie. There's an icon, you go to it, and then, honestly, if you've been on a computer at all, it's pretty easy.
Okay.
You know,
and what's the Food City website?
Foodcity.com.
Easy enough?
Yes.
You're right, it is easy.
They have to make it real easy for me and him. It's really for us. It's real easy.
Well, Mark Hubbard, Tommy Stanley, we just love you guys so much. Thank you for having us on the show and for hosting us and for all that you do for the community. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. And when we come back on your CZ, we're going to start spreading the news about a special New York fundraiser that benefits the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Kingsport. And welcome back to your Kingsport Chamber Zone on location from Food City here on Eastman Road.
So the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Kingsport is gearing up for its annual fundraiser, and this year the theme is the Grand Tour New York, New York, and it's set to take place on Saturday, May the 14th. And this is going to be an enchanting evening that's going to take you through the bustling streets of every borough of New York City. It's an event that you're not going to want to miss because the money goes to help our very important Boys and Girls Club right here in this area, as well as the hundreds of kids that they reach out to and touch their lives every single year. Here now to tell us more about the club as well as about the event are two people who know it very well. We have Lisa Belhars and Charlie Nitschke. Lisa, of course, has been on the show before. She is the president and CEO of the Boys and Girls Club. Lisa, so great to have you again.
Thank you.
Charlie is a former board member and a longtime volunteer with the Boys and Girls Club as well. And Charlie, your first time on Kingsport Chamber Zone, so we're happy to have you. So happy to have you. Lisa, we certainly want to talk about the fundraiser, but before we get to that, would you just give our audience an overview of the Boys and Girls Club?
Absolutely. Boys and Girls Club, we serve young people from 6 to 18. If they're still in high school, they can still attend the club. We have 5 core program areas: character and leadership development, education and career development, the arts, health and life skills, sports, fitness, and recreation. And everything we do in those 5 core areas, all the activities and programs, we want to instill our youth development strategy, which is providing young people with a sense of belonging, a sense of usefulness, a sense of competence, and a sense of influence or power. And if you think about it, that's everything any human being wants. And so we want to make sure we give that to our young people and really build their character so they become productive, responsible citizens within our community.
That's great.
And Charlie is someone who is heavily supported and been actively involved for many years with the Boys and Girls Club. Tell us about the profound and lasting impact this wonderful organization has on the lives of these kids.
All right. We really try to focus on character development with these young people, getting them ready to go out and be productive, active citizens in the community. And Lisa and her staff do an excellent job of that. And you know, how do we measure the results type of thing? I'd like to point to some excellent examples of people in the community who are leaders now who have gone through the Boys and the Girls Club. And one of those is your own Miles Burdine, of course.
That's wonderful.
And then I think of Olin Jones over at the Eastman Credit Union.
Yeah.
And then Blake Leeper, world champion Blade Runner. And then more recently, Tommy Alterman, who's one of our new aldermen. So those are, I think, 4 excellent examples of graduates, so to speak, of the Boys and the Girls Club, and examples of the influence that the club had on their lives when they were young people.
Great. That's great. Lisa, what are some of the programs that you're able to offer the young people who come to the Boys and Girls Club?
We offer, a lot of folks know about our sports programs.
Okay.
We're gearing up for a summer flag football league, and we have, of course, tackle and regular football during the fall. But
Bob has offered to be a tackling dummy, by the way, for
Awesome.
practice. I don't know if he shared that
I'm
with
the
you.
dummy on this show, so I can come serve as that for you as well.
No.
But we do a lot more than sports, and we want folks to know that. We offer homework help every day, and we do everything in our learning center, not just homework help, but we want to stimulate their minds. So we do all kinds of programs with science, technology, and math. We do a variety of programs so that young people can learn about robotics. They can play and learn exciting things on our computers. We have 3 technology labs. We also want to make sure that young people are interacting with one another. So in our games room areas, we have we challenge our young people. We want to make sure that they're learning more social skills.
Sure.
Our young people with technology.
So important these days too, because oftentimes they just are focused on the phones or something like that and forget about that communication
Exactly,
part.
and it's very important that they know how to interact with one
Yes.
another and deal with their emotions, and so working with them on that. We have leadership clubs, again, a very important piece, learning how to be able to sit in meetings and, you know, appropriately, you know, Robert Rules of Orders.
I could probably come to one of those sessions. I could
I
use
was
that
hoping you'd
help.
come teach one of those sessions.
Sure.
And speaking of that, you know, we're looking for volunteers who are able to come in and teach what I call kind of the lost arts.
Okay.
You know, we've got a sewing program that's amazing. Our young people are loving that, especially our young men. You wouldn't expect that sometimes. But crocheting, cooking, you know, needlepoint, all of those things that my grandmothers used to do, but really wasn't taught to me. And a lot of our young staff weren't taught those skills, and so they're not things that we're able to pass on to our young people. But if people have those skills or those hobbies and want to teach that, we're looking for volunteers to come in and do those things as well.
Okay.
Well, it's such a great and safe place for these boys and girls to spend every day. So tell us, how can these boys and girls be a part of the Boys and Girls Club, and is there a cost?
There's a $25 membership due that we have children pay, but we can waive that if need be. And then they just need to come to the sites, fill out an application. There is an orientation process because we want to know that they understand and respect what we're about. And that's pretty much it. But we will not turn anyone away. There's no, you don't have to be in a certain socioeconomic class. You don't have to be, you know, a straight A student or anything. We take all kids. We don't turn anyone away. There's, you know, good character is not required. So.
And when are you open?
We are open Monday through Friday. It's currently after school until 7 p.m. And then in the summer or on days when school's out, we're open from 7 a.m. until 5:30 p.m.
Okay.
It's such a wonderful organization. Tell our viewers again where they can find more information on the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Kingsport and your annual fundraiser.
You can go online at www.kbgc.org. You can call us at area code 423-230-4160, or you can come to One Positive Place, which is right off of Stone Drive behind Pratt's and Rush Street.
That's great.
Lisa Bell-Hars and Charlie Nixon with the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Kingsport. Thanks for being with us today. Thanks for all you're doing for the kids in our
Yes, congratulations. Wonderful program. Thank you.
It's our pleasure. Thank you.
Stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to have an exciting preview of a new program called Fit for Life. It'll help you get in shape right after this.
You are about to enter another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land of imagination. Next stop, the Tri-Light Zone. On May 14, Boys and Girls Club is rolling out the streets of New York City. Purchase your $100 ticket at kbgc.org or call Ann at 423-230-4160, extension 231. Come by the Meadowview and grab some grown-up fun for a kid-friendly cause, and you just might find yourself in the Twilight Zone.
And welcome back to your Team Sport Chamber Zone on location from Food City here on East Monroe.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody out there who at some point hasn't had some sort of struggle with their weight, diet, or exercise. And that's from the fittest person out there to maybe the person who's not the most fit out there. Well, we have a great new organization here in our community called Fit for Life that is dedicated to helping people from the young all the way to the elderly to live a happier and a healthier lifestyle. And they do it through proper nutrition and proper exercise. These are no quick fixes here. Here to tell us more about this great organization and how you might be able to benefit from it are two people who know it really well. We have Karen Elkins, who is the Executive Director of Fit for Life. Karen, welcome. We're glad to have you.
Thank you, Laura, for having us. We're excited to be on the Chamber Zone.
Thanks. And then we also have John Hamlin, who is a fitness expert and who may make us do some push-ups before this is all said and done. I'm not entirely sure.
It could happen. Get down.
Yes.
John, welcome. We're glad to have
Thank
you
you.
too.
My pleasure.
Karen, Fit for Life sounds like just a wonderful organization. So would you tell us, our audience, just a little bit about it?
I would love to. Fit for Life is a television show, a weight loss reality show that was actually created by the nonprofit organization called Get Fit for Life Incorporated. And it started with an idea years ago. Big John here, our fitness expert.
Is that what we're supposed to call him, Big John?
Yes.
Okay.
Big John, affectionately known, has been training people for 25 years, and he has such an excellent record with helping the morbidly obese. And we wanted to get that out to the community, that you don't have to have surgery, you don't have to take drugs or supplements or hormones. You can do this naturally, the healthy way, with just some determination, commitment, like you said, proper nutrition and supervised fitness training. So we wanted to bring that forward, and the first season of Fit for Life was really successful. We put the call out for contestants in July last year, and we selected 5. They lost a combined total of 639 pounds.
Wow, that's great. That's amazing.
And our winner, Charlie Hess, lost 166 pounds.
That's fantastic. And what a life-changing event, that's amazing. It's great.
And talk about some of the specific health and fitness programs you offer to these individuals and all of your clients.
Absolutely, Bob. At the Fit for Life Fitness Center, you will find Big John, and he's there to answer questions and give you advice, as well as offers personal training. We offer free children's aerobics on Saturdays at 12:30 for children ages 4 to 13, because we're seeing an epidemic of obesity in our children today. We offer a free women's self-defense class on May the 7th, so call the fitness center and find out more about that. We offer Fit for Life Journey to Success classes that are held, hosted by Dr. Tim Dunn at Spine and Sports Chiropractic. He's located in Johnson City. He and his wife Cindy Dunn are both doctors, and they are our health experts for Fit for Life.
And you mentioned the challenge of obesity that many people face. So talk a little bit more about that and how you're helping so many people overcome that big problem.
It's a huge problem. I think right now the state of Tennessee, about 30% of the population is considered obese. Big John just takes these people and works with them and gets them started slowly, safely, to prevent injuries. You don't want to get out there and dive into something full force and hurt yourself and then get set back further. And he has a very structured nutrition plan that he works with Dr. Tim Dunn. And they, like I said, they're constantly giving the information and education to the contestants and people who come to the gym so they know how to get started and not be intimidated by it.
And he has a very forceful way of making sure that people are doing what they're supposed to be doing, as we've all seen from the TV show, which I want you to talk about as well, because you chronicled your contestants as they went through this life-changing event and all of the successes that they had.
Working with the contestants was incredible. We worked with everyone from grandfathers to a working mother of 3 to a young gentleman whose dream was to become a Sullivan County Sheriff's Deputy.
Okay.
At 405 pounds, he simply could not pass the physical requirements.
Yeah.
After our training, he will begin his job with them
That's fantastic.
at the end of this month.
Congratulations.
So
Oh,
we're
that's
seeing
wonderful.
truly life-changing events, and we do it in a way that is natural and healthy. You can't stay on the hormones your whole life. You can't do the crazy diets all your life, but this is life-changing. This is going against epigenetics, or what we call learned behavior.
Okay.
The children do not buy their own food. You know, we live in a fast food society, and that's got to change. And so we want to be the first step in that change.
That's great.
Speaking of children, another wonderful and very inspiring service you offer relates to bullying. And John, I know you talk to a lot of school groups and a lot of kids about that issue. So what is your message to them?
We've worked with the Dobbins Bennett Junior Air Force ROTC. We've worked with the North High School Band. And our message is to treat everyone fairly and kindly. Bullying usually is it's a step in a path. And you're really going down the wrong path. And it's going to get worse and worse. So just respect others, be kind to others, and show love instead of hate.
Well, and to come to you to get their own positive bubble, their own positive dome, I want one of those. I think I need one of those. Where do they get more information? How do they do that?
You should friend John Hamblin on Facebook. That's where it's at.
Is it Big John or John?
John Hamlin, Jon, and Dr. Tim Dunn offers all those classes all the time.
Okay.
That's so great. And we have a website, www.getfitforlifeinc.org, and you can see our latest news items and follow the contestants' journeys there.
TV episodes are there.
TV episodes are there, so if you missed any, just log on there and go to the episode archives and get caught up.
That's great.
Well, Karen Elkins and Big John Hamlin with Fit for Life, thanks for joining us today, and
Thank
thanks
you.
for what you're doing to help so many in our community improve their lives.
Yes.
Thank
you
you.
both very
Thank
much.
you.
Stay tuned. We'll have more of your CZ from Food City right after this.
We are here at the Cadillac of all salad bars, as Mark Hubbard says. This is one of the best places to eat lunch anywhere here at Food City. And I think Laura's already got her plate and ready to go.
And you're paying for it. Thank you.
Well, trust me, I pay for it every day with you. We want to thank the great team here at Food City for hosting our show today. And as always, the great team at Spectrum Reach for producing your CZ.
We'd like to gently remind you to find out what's happening in Kingsport. Please always watch us here on the Kingsport Chamber Zone. You can also visit with the Chamber, because if you're feeling social, they are as well. You can like them on Facebook, follow them on Twitter, give them a call, 392-8800. You can find them at 400 Clinch Field. Pay them a visit. They'd love to see you in person. Check them out on the internet at kingsportchamber.org.
And until our next visit together on your CZ, which will be episode number 299, we're counting down, getting
so
closer
excited.
to the big 300 celebration.
Are we doing something for it?
I think we'll do a little
Okay.
something. We'll have a cupcake or something. You know?
From Food City.
We are Bob and Laura. Remind you, please be loyal.
And bye, local. Have a great week.
I'm hungry. Let's go eat.
Yeah.